Okay, coaches, one more exercise in that skip series. We call the skip twist. Now the skip twist, what we want the kids to do, we're going to get a little more active, dynamic stretch on the piriformis and the glute. We're going to keep the same rhythmic skip as the A skip, except the only thing we're going to do differently is now we're going to bring the knee up and across the middle of our body. We don't want to bring the foot all the way across. We want to keep the foot parallel to the grass and want to bring the knee just to the middle of the body or your midline. So when we hit the skip twist, both toes will always stay straight ahead and both shins will be parallel. We don't want to skip across like this. We want to make sure that the foot remains under the ankle and both shins are parallel. It's going to go something like this. Okay, going back one more time. Toes again are straight ahead, shins are parallel. Core is going to be braced, torso is going to be vertical. And that's our twist skip. Now let's talk about our drop step skip. This is a little bit more of an advanced movement, so unless your kids are proficient in lateral skipping ability, backward skipping ability, I would hold off on this until they can handle the complexity of this movement. However, it's a tremendous movement for all of our athletes in terms of getting kids to abduct the hip, to pivot on the foot, drop step, and skip while opening their hips in and out. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to use this hash so you can see on how straight a straight line we want to be able to perform this movement. I'm going to start the drill by facing the line as if I was going to do a backward skip. The first thing I'm going to do, again, I'm going to keep my ankles dorsiflexed. I'm going to keep my core braced and torso tall. The first thing I'm going to do is abduct at the hip. When I finish in this position, I want both feet under my hips, toes straight ahead. Then I'm going to turn out and pivot, face the opposite sideline, toes straight ahead, feet under the hips. Come back in the same position. So I'll start it from the top and we'll talk about it a little more as we go through it. Write down the hash. Here we go. Pick that knee up, abduct the hip in that drop step, plant the foot under the hip, be nice and square facing each sideline. We'll go one more time going back. Bring those hips around and make sure those toes are straight ahead, hips are square with every turnout. That's our drop step skip.